to one flat completed the load balancing sheet. Any find and difficulty in that? Is anyone? Okay. So people start doing it because today I'll take some half an hour to 40 minutes for explanation of drafting. Then once your drafting is completed, please try to complete your calculation, okay, tomorrow and after tomorrow, so that from Monday, as I told, I'll be starting with the next topics. Okay. So now let me explain the drafting part. So any questions up to the last class, first of all, in the last class?
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन है सर।
बोलो
हेलो
आसिफ।
सर, बोल रहा हूँ ये पे जो आप डिजाइन का जो ब्रीफ रिपोर्ट ले रहा है सर, ये कहाँ से मिलेगा सर? ये मेरा समझ में नहीं आ रहा सर, कुछ प्रॉब्लम मेरा चल रहा है। ये
नहीं
गिवन
यार,
डाटा
ये
कहाँ से ले
कहाँ
रहे
से मिलेगा बोले तो मैंने आपको एक व्हाट्सएप में लैम्प डाटा बोल के एक शीट भेजा है।
हैं? जी
फिर
सर।
आप क्लास में क्या सुना है?
लैम डाटा सर सुने तो है सर, एक्चुअली सर
हाँ, फिर
रिवाइज नहीं कर
लैम्प
पा रहा
डाटा
सर।
मैंने आपको लैम्प डाटा भेजा है, राइट? व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में
जी
आपको
सर।
लैम्प डाटा भेजा ना मैंने। सो वो लैम्प
हम्म।
डाटा में अपन रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट्स में अपन को अभी डायलेक्स किया, डायलेक्स में क्या किया, क्लाइंट को कौन सा लाइट चाहिए वो लाइट लेके अपन कैलकुलेशंस किया। यहाँ पर डीबीआर में भी, डिजाइन ब्रीफ रिपोर्ट में भी मैं फिलिप्स का कंपनी का लाइट लिया है, टी एट हेलो फॉस्फेट का, जो कि 36 वॉट। ये कहां से मिला मेरे को? मैंने आप लोगों को आपको आपके उसमें व्हाट्सएप में एक वो भेजा है, लैम्प डाटा भेजा है, ओपन किया उसको?
हाँ सर, ओपन तो किया हो सर।
ओके, तो वो लैम्प डाटा में देखो, फर्स्ट पेज में एफएल से सारे जो भी लाइटिंग के हैं पूरे कैट, वो एफएल का, सीएफएल का पूरा डिफरेंट मॉडल्स है। तो उसमें से मैंने कौन सा तो भी एक लाइट लिया है। ओके, दट बट वो लाइट सिलेक्शन कौन देगा? क्लाइंट देगा। तो इसमें मैंने कौन सा लिया देखो यहाँ पर, टी एट ट्राइफॉस्फरस।
फिलिप्स।
ओके, टी एट ट्राइफॉस।
हाँ।
वैसा क्लाइंट बोलेगा आपको नहीं ये कंपनी नहीं चाहिए, मुझे पैनासोनिक का चाहिए, तो पैनासोनिक कंपनी का कैटलॉग डाउनलोड करना है, वो मॉडल जो बोल रहा है वो मॉडल का लाइट लेके अपन को कैलकुलेशन करना है।
जी सर।
या ओके, सो सो वही वही यहाँ पर मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पर अपन को क्या है, जो भी हेलो फॉस्फेट 36 वोल्ट का सीएफएल, जो मैंने सीएफएल का मॉडल लिया, आपको सीलिंग फैन एग्जॉस्ट फैन का मैं आपको लास्ट में देता हूँ। ओके, सीलिंग फैन एग्जॉस्ट फैन जो है, आई विल बी गिविंग दैट कैटलॉग्स एट द लास्ट। बट अभी मैंने एफएल, अभी मैंने लैम्प डाटा दिया है। फ्रॉम दैट यू नीड टू सेलेक्ट योर एफएल एंड सीएफएल वाला। और सीलिंग फैन यू टेक द सेम थिंग, 80 वॉट एग्जॉस्ट फैन यू टेक इट अप। नॉर्मल सॉकेट को तो स्टैंडर्ड है 100 वॉट्स, पावर सॉकेट 1000 वॉट्स है। और एसी का तो लोड पता है आपको कैसा लेना है। ओके, और उसका उसका लुमेन आउटपुट और मेंटेनेंस फैक्टर, हाउ टू टेक इट फ्रॉम द कैटलॉग आल्सो आई टोल्ड यू। यस और नो?
यस सर, आप जो नोट दिया है सर, नोट के साथ क्लास का कोई आपका बहुत डिफरेंट है सर। नोट में सर, नोट आज पूरा हम देखे सर, कुछ मिसिंग है नोट में सर, बहुत कुछ मिसिंग है।
क्या मिसिंग है उसमें बोलो, क्या मिसिंग है बोलो।
सर एसी का जैसे कैपेसिटर बैंक का आप कैलकुलेशन किए नंबर बताया तो नंबर सीरीज नहीं है। एसी का पूरा डिटेल्स नहीं है सर। नोट्स में कुछ हैंड राइटिंग भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर। एक्चुअली वीडियो देखने के लिए ज्यादा टाइम लग जाता है, लेकिन नोट में सर आपको पावर पॉइंट मिल जाएगा तो हम लोग, खास करके मेरा
पावर
तो उतना
पॉइंट को,
ज्यादा अच्छा
पावर
रहे।
पॉइंट नहीं नहीं यार, हैंड रिटन नोट्स इतना अच्छा क्लियरली एक्सप्लेनेशन है। और आपको मैं पीपीटी का रिकॉर्डिंग्स दे रहा हूँ। ओके, हार्ड कॉपी ऑफ द मटेरियल वी आर सेंडिंग। ओके, और एक सैंपल एक्सेल शीट प्रोजेक्ट भी भेजा है। ओके, स्टिल यू आर आस्किंग मी दैट वन।
नहीं एक्चुअली सर उतना सर, अभी सर थ्योरी देख रहा हूँ सर, धीरे धीरे समझ कोशिश कर रहा हूँ समझने के लिए सर।
उसी के लिए
क्लास
दैट्स
में
व्हाट
तो
आई एम
समझ
टेलिंग,
में
डेली व्हाटएवर द क्लास व्हिच आई एम टेलिंग इट अप, उसी के इमीडिएटली मैं नोट्स भेजूंगा आपको। एक बार रिवाइज करना है, रिवाइज करोगे तो एवरीथिंग विल कम। बिकॉज अभी तक अराउंड 30-40% ओनली द कैलकुलेशन हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड, स्टिल लॉट ऑफ कैलकुलेशंस आर देयर। तो दैट द रीजन आई एम मेकिंग यू टू, उसी के लिए मैं अभी G+2 प्रोजेक्ट कहीं को दे रहा हूँ, सो दैट आप जो भी वॉट एवर द टॉपिक्स विच आई एम टेलिंग इन द क्लास, इफ यू स्टार्ट इम्प्लीमेंटिंग ऑन द G+2, then it will be making easy for you to do the final topics, right?
कैलकुलेशन सर तो हो रहा है सर, इतना जल्दी जल्दी आप कर रहे हैं ना सर, इस तरह से समझने के
उसके
लिए
लिए मैं तो
दिक्कत
टाइम भी
तो है।
दे रहा हूँ ना, मैं अभी कम कर, अभी करो बोल के तो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ ना। अरे का भी देखो, उसके लिए आज मैं थोड़ा एक आधा घंटा लूंगा। ओके, ड्राफ्टिंग एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, तो आपको कल भी टाइम है, आज शाम पूरा। अभी अभी तो आई थिंक यू पीपल गॉट फेड अप विथ योर ऑफिस, सो टुमारो यू हैव अ टाइम। ऑन संडे आई एम गिविंग अ टाइम फॉर यू पीपल। So the see, I'm not, see, you people are working people, I do understand, I'm not going to create that much pressure on you people. Okay, that much pressure on you people. But the thing, I'm giving a lot of facilities for you people. Video recordings I'm giving, class recording notes. पहले का class notes अच्छा नहीं बोले थे आप लोग. Then I present running batch student. One lady was writing in a good manner, so I'm taking a photos of that and I'm giving that also for you people. Previous I had given the notes. You told us people that notes was not good, sir. Then I'd given another good notes.
सर नोट्स सर देख रहा हूँ सर सर नोट्स सर पूरा हम स्टडी किया हूँ सर नोट्स सर वीडियो में बहुत कुछ डिफरेंट है इसीलिए सर कह रहा हूँ सर सर
In the
आज पूरा
video,
नोट्स हम
whatever
स्टडी
PPT, whatever PPT which I'm telling, notes is also same because I do project in the same class. People write the same notes, but the only thing is in the notes you'll have extra things than compared to PPT. Yes or no, others? What do you say?
यस सर इट इज मैचिंग
In the notes you have a
Yes,
lot
sir,
of
it's
things apart
fine.
from the PPT. Apart from the PPT, you'll have a lot of things. क्यों बोलते हो? अभी in the live class, in the offline class, which I'll write something more on the board, those people will write that also. Okay.
Concepts
आप एक बार
concept
पूरा
is same,
रिवाइज
sir.
करो.
Concept is same.
Yes, yes, yes. So
But
only thing you need to do the revision. That's it. कहीं पर confusion आ रहा है तो you ask because every day 15 to 20 days 20 minutes I'm doing the revision also, right? Arif, okay.
ओके सर स्टडी सर धीरे धीरे कर रहा हूँ सर
करो आप
देखता हूँ
रिवीजन
सर
करो. कुछ भी क्वेश्चन है आप वीडियो एक बार
नहीं सर
आपको मैं
कर रहा हूँ
सारे
सर इतना
वीडियोस
दिन टाइम नहीं मिला
सही है वही मैं समझ रहा हूँ. सारे वीडियोस में अपलोड कर रहा हूँ. आप बैकवर्ड कर सकते हैं, रिवर्स कर सकते हैं, स्वैप कर सकते हैं. और जो भी वीडियोस में आपको सपोज मैं आज का क्लास का ही क्वेश्चन पूछो बोल के नहीं बोल रहा हूँ ना. फर्स्ट डे ऑफ क्लास ऑल्सो इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस यू आस्क मी. I'm going to repeat it up. Okay, but the only thing is you people has to spend certain time. Okay, watching the videos, going through the notes, taking a white paper, start writing if you have any questions. The things which I'll know, I'll definitely revise it once. ठीक है.
ठीक है सर कर रहा हूँ सर अभी तो नोट आज पूरा स्टडी किया सर ठीक है
Okay, so now let us go with the topic, guys. So in the last class, I taken a small example of a flat. Then for that flat, Sagar had started recording on it. Okay, now so in the last class we had taken a small example of a 2 BHK flat. Then for that flat we had done the lighting calculation, power calculation, AC calculation, and then we had done the this one lighting load scheduling sheet and total load balancing sheet. Everything we had done for that flat. Now I had told you for G+2. Okay, I had given G+2 ground floor plus two floors, and I had given the SLD. So I told you people to do in a sequence with all the calculation. Now let me explain you the drafting. Now why we are going with the drafting is because in the real time we are not going to give all these calculations to the client, because if you give this all calculations data to the client, next time will not come to you because you are giving the total answers. So what we need to do now, okay, and more even secondary thing, if you are giving this Excel sheet to a technician to execute the project, he is not able to understand because technician is a layman who don't know what is Excel sheet and he can't understand. Okay, because कौन सा रूम में कौन सा फेस आ रहा, that everything we are done ना, which room which face is coming, everything we are done. So that now what we need to do, the same we need to represent in drafting, so the person can understand easily and he can start executing the project. Now let us see the drafting part. Let me show you the drafting part. So first let me explain a small Excel sheet once again. So I'm explaining for different layout. Now when you see the layout here, it consists of 5 flats. When you see this layout consists of 5 flats. So when you see this one, flat 1, okay, then again flat 2 we have, then again flat 3, here flat 1, flat 2, then again when you see here we have flat 3, then again flat 4, and flat 5. So in one floor there are totally 5 flats, flat 1, flat 2, flat 3, flat 4, and flat 5. So now I got this layout from a client. Now after getting this layout, so it's a 5-floor building. Just assume that it's a 5-floor building. Each floor there are 5 flats. All are some 3 BHK flats. Now when you see here, there are shaft. Now what is the purpose of shaft? Shaft is nothing but a space where you are running your MEP services. Shaft ka matlab hai, it's an open space. It's an open space where you are running your MEP services from the ground floor to the top floor. Okay, from the ground floor to the top floor, we go with the shaft. Like in the real time, we have HVAC shaft, electrical shaft, plumbing shaft, firefighting shaft. Okay, a lot of shafts will be there. Now, first thing is we need to identify where the shaft is located. Why? Because from that shaft only we are going to route your cables from underground tank to from ground floor to the top floors. So when you see here, in between flat 1 and flat 2, we have a shaft. Here we have one more shaft. Okay, here we have one more shaft. Then here we have another shaft. So with this shaft, we need to run your cables. Next, another thing, we have three quarters. You can see three quarters here. Quarter 1 1, 1 2, 1 3. What is quarter 1 1, 1 2, 1 3? 1 1, 1 2, 1 3 is nothing but first floor, first quarter, first floor, second quarter, first floor, third quarter. Okay. The same way we have second floor, third floor, fourth, fifth, and all. We have a corridors. Okay. These are the staircase where the people go through all the floor, go to all the floor, and then we have a lift. Now, what is the purpose of this lift? For people who travel to all the floors, either with the help of staircase or through a lift. Okay. Next is now example flat 1. When you see flat 1, we have a entrance from the corridor. You see from the entrance from the corridor, we have some toilet, kitchen, bedroom, and bathrooms. Okay, bedroom and living area, master bedroom, and again attached bedroom, bathroom. The same way for every flat we got the architecture layout from a client and his requirements. What are his requirements? You'll get it up. Okay, so like which kind of light and all, you'll get this one. So I taken the same small DBR which we had seen yesterday. Okay, now the same lighting calculations, but here the different way we had done a different way, where you can see length, breadth, same only, but here done L plus B also, here done L into B also done, HM done, L plus B into HM, room index coefficient same, but few extra columns they had put up. Okay, where you see lumen output also separate, but we had taken from the same DBR, right? So length in meters, breadth in meters, L into B, CUF, flux level, MF. Okay, how you want to form your things, you can form. Okay, FL, CFL, fan, exhaust fan, total load. Then next again same way they done the raw power calculations, AC load calculations, then calculated the total load. We got the total load. Okay, then done with the load. Now what is the total load here? It's 48.257 kilowatt is the load which we got it up. Now 48.257 means we can't put all thing in 1 dB, because I told you the standard is 30 kilowatt and 1 dB. So likewise he provided, he had done the load balancing sheet for first flat 1. For the lighting and raw power he put in 1 dB. AC they had put in separate dB. Lighting and raw power they put in 1 dB, and say make sure that the load difference between the phases 300 volts to 500 volts. Then AC they had put separate dB, where I got exactly matched. Then same way flat 2 you'll be doing the calculations. Then flat 3, okay, and flat 4 and flat 5. The same coming to the parking. Okay, coming to the ground floor. So how many recorders are there? Quarter 1 1 1 2 1 3, 2 1 2 2 2 3, 3 1 3 2 3 3, 4 1 4 2 4 3, and 5 1 5 2 5 3. Next, coming to the ground floor, what is the full dimension is there? You have taken full dimension. The lux level for that one is 100. Parking the lux level is 100. According to that, they calculated the total lighting sockets by using 2 into L plus WB15, and for every quarter normal sockets considering that, then they got the total load. Now adding up the total load, they got the total load is 12582. Load balancing sheet for that one, separate dB load balancing sheet. Now in first floor there are 5 flats. Estimating the total load now. First floor 5 flats, each flat lights, fans, exhaust fan, total load. We got the total load. What is the total load on first floor? 171.178 kilowatt. Second floor is also same. Third, because it's a typical layout, fourth, fifth, and ground floor 12582. When we added the total load, what is the total load? 868.472 kilowatt. Then overall
All
load
flat
on
notes same
ground.
rate.
Yeah, it's the
All-
same
all
layout
flat
for second, third,
same.
fourth, fifth. Okay, so whatever which layout I shown you, it's a first floor layout. Okay, this is a first floor layout, and assuming that it's a typical building. Okay, I'm just explaining, but in real time I'll give you a different project layouts, like when the second floor typical plan, third floor different layout plan also I'll give you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now coming to the total load, along with the lift motor, water motor, firefighting motor, he add up the total load. He got total load as a 928.152 kilowatt. Now based upon this, now this is the MDB load. Now based upon this MDB load, that perform the transformer calculation. So from Monday onwards, I'll teach one by one like this. Transformer calculation, generator calculation, cable size calculation. You got some 48 feeders. For all the feeders, again we need to do cable size calculation with the help of catalog, not with the thumb rule. Lastly, initially we are done with the help of thumb rule, but here we are not going to do the thumb rule calculation. Again, I'll give the catalogs. With the help of catalog, we are going to do the cable size calculation. Circuit breakers, we are going to study about circuit breakers and circuit breaker calculations. Then voltage drop calculations. For each and every feeder, we need to do voltage drop calculation, percentage voltage drop, loop, percentage voltage drop in the loop calculation, and see whether it's satisfied or not. Then short circuit, performing short circuit calculation for all the feeders. Then tripping time calculations for all the feeders, earthing calculations, okay, lightning arresters, cable trace, bus bar, and even the panel board sizing, and the final BOQ. So one by one we'll do all the calculations. Okay, but if I want to do this transformer, generator, UPS, and cable size, first of all we should know the load of each and every flat. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so when you get this total load, like example, if you see, when you get the DB load, अगर आपको DB load मिलेगा, yeah, अगर आपको DB load मिलेगा, once you get the DB load, then adding up the DB loads, you'll get the SMDB load. Adding up the SMDB loads, we'll get the MDB load. Then once you got the MDB load, for all the feeders, whatever the feeder number is given, for all the feeders, we need to do the cable size, circuit breaker, everything you will be doing in a sequence, right? So now let us start with the first drafting part is your lighting. Okay, let us start with the first drafting part is your lighting. Now what is lighting? What is lighting means? All your lights, fans, exhaust fans, we are going to show in one diagram. So now I got the layout. Then what I done, all the things I prepared the blocks. In the AutoCAD we have a blocks. Means you do not have predefined blocks, you need to create your blocks. Okay, any of the symbol you create, after creating that symbol, you make them block, and after blocking you can start inserting wherever you want. Okay, so because we know AutoCAD professional way of drawing is using your blocks and using your layers. Okay, blocks and layers are very important. So you need to create all your blocks and layers. And in the legend, when you see in the legend, whatever the symbol which we had used, that I described. So here one fluorescent lamp of 36 watt, some places I taken 2 FL of 36, 72 watt, CFL, compact fluorescent lamp holder, fan I took 80 watt, exhaust fan 75 watt, LSB, lighting switchboard, then DB, whether it's a 4-way DB means 4-way DB, 6-way DB, okay, and what are the standard installation height of each and every equipment, that we will be writing here. And this is called legend. Legend means whatever the symbols which you are using in your drafting, that we need to draw, we need to put it here, and then we need to show. See, I'm not saying that you put the same symbol like this. Okay, whatever the symbol. So, or I'd given the symbols in the class. I'd given the symbols. That symbol also you can use. Okay, but doesn't mean that just rectangle डाल के उसके ऊपर FL लिखोगे तो it's not correct. So put your own symbols, which are the symbols you want, but in the legend you need to mention. Now let us go to according to each and every load balancing sheet what we have done. Let us see. So first let us go to the flat one. Now when it comes to the flat one, you had calculated the lights, you had calculated the fans, exhaust fan. So first diagram is we are showing the lighting loads. First diagram is we are showing the lighting loads. Now lighting loads का मतलब क्या है? How many lights you got it up? How many lights you got it up? You place all your lights, put all your fans, okay. Then wherever you got exhaust fan, like example in the toilet he got exhaust fan, he provided exhaust fan. Put all your FLs, okay, lights, fans, exhaust fans, okay, and switchboard. And what is the switchboard number you got, switchboard model you got, whether it's a 2 model or 3 model. And for every switchboard switches we are given the numbering. Likewise for all the rooms, lights, fans, exhaust fan, and switchboards you'll place. Now after that, first of all freeze your DB. Where is your DB located? So mostly DB is located at the entrance. So we are located the DB at the entrance. After locating the DB at the entrance, show which face is coming to each and every switchboard. For every switchboard, which face is coming. Suppose example, as per the load balancing sheet, okay. So in this room, as per uska load balancing sheet के हिसाब से उसमें उसको B1 face आ, because after doing load balancing sheet you will come to know which face is coming na. So from the DB, okay, I'm assuming LSB1, next room LSB2, next room LSB3. I'll go with sequence like this: LSB1, LSB2, LSB3. I had given the numbering for that. Then behind the switchboard, what we need to do? LSB1, B1 face. इसका मतलब क्या है? From the DB, which face is coming to the switchboard? B1 phase is coming. From the DB to the switchboard, it's B1 phase is coming. See, in the olden times, people used to represent like this. I'll just draw that one just a minute. So, but nowadays we are not representing like this. Let me show you how. So, circuit wiring, control wiring को define करने के लिए what they used to do is circuit wiring they used to represent in a straight manner. They used to represent like this and giving the color code. They used to represent like this. Okay, so this is called circuit wiring. Okay, which is of what the cable says 2.5 square mm. It should be 2.5 square mm. Okay, phase neutral you will get 2.5 square mm. Means इसका मतलब क्या है? But अभी ऐसा हर एक रूम को मुझे ऐसा लाइन दिखाना है. For every room near the switchboard, if I represent like this, what happened is everything will be lines and lines. Okay, but if it is coming like MEP drawing, HVAC electrical plumbing, then it will be a bit confusion. Okay, so that is the reason people are avoiding this kind of phenomena. They're just representing beside the switchboard which phase is coming, so that electrician or a site engineer can understand that okay, from the distribution board is bringing B1 phase from B1 phase. But in the right side, in here we'll be writing the sizes. Okay, you'll be write the sizes, but here it didn't written. You need to write the sizes. Okay, circuit wiring 2.5 square mm, control wiring 1.5 square mm. What is circuit wiring? From the DB to the switchboard. What is control wiring? From the switchboard to the point. Control wiring is 1.5. Circuit wiring is 2.5 square mm for the LSB, for the lighting. So now what he had done, he had just given the phase number representation. He had given the phase number representation for that B1 phase. Okay, then LSB1 B1 phase. Then this is circuit wiring. Abhi control wiring kya hoga? Some people used to represent like this, through an arc, going with the arc manner from switch 1. Example, switch 1. Okay, we can't represent with a straight line for the circuit, so they used to represent like this. Okay,
Yes.
the same again. Okay, the same, but nowadays it is not following, Sumit. Okay, because क्या होता है बोलते पूरा खिचड़ी हो जाएगा इधर.
हाँ खिचड़ी दिखता है ऑलरेडी
Okay.
इसीलिए
Yes, yes. So that's the reason nowadays, now whatever the diagram which you had sent today, that was also same. Okay, and they'll represent
Yes.
this with the dotted lines, not again with the continuous lines. They'll represent again this with the dotted lines and going the phase color code. Which color code? Like suppose यहाँ पर B1 phase आ रहा है. Okay, so what they'll do, the same color code they'll use it. Yeah, they used to represent like this. But what happens if the number of fixtures are more, then representing this likewise is very difficult. If it's a residential, okay, it's a small, but if it's a commercial and all, number of wirings are more, so it's very difficult. Okay, so that is the reason what we are doing is in a present scenario, there are few clients who will be doing that, like is LSB1 from the lighting switchboard 1, from the lighting switchboard 1, okay, B1 phase, B1 phase, B1 phase, switch 1 it is controlling. Similarly again LSB1 switch 2 B1 phase, LSB1 switch 3 B1 phase. Am I clear?
yes sir there is no issue mention in both
Okay.
sides sir.
Yes, yes. So we are mentioning beside the switchboard कौन सा phase आ रहा है अभी दिखा रहे, and beside the light also from which switchboard, because some places will have two switchboards. Like example bedroom, if you're going with a bedroom, we have a two switchboard. Okay, at that time what happens, one light and one fan, we'll be putting a two-way switch. Here you'll be putting a two-way switch, and this light and fan can be controlled from this switchboard also and from this switchboard also. So that is the reason what we are doing. इधर क्या कर रहे, LSB1 B1 phase तो आ रहा है पता है, switch 1 से कंट्रोल हो रहा है, switch 2 से कंट्रोल आ रहा है, switch 3 से. So for everything as per the load balancing sheet, for all the rooms you need to show the fixtures placements, showing the circuit wiring and showing the control wiring also you need to do. Am I clear?
yes sir yes sir
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
first
sir.
diagram क्या हो गया आपको, सिविल लेआउट. फर्स्ट डायग्राम आ गया आपको सिविल लेआउट आने के बाद में as per your calculations how many lights and fans you got it up, you'll place all your lights and fans. Okay, this is only lighting, not the power socket, not the AC. Lights, fans, exhaust fans only. Sockets, everything I'll represent another diagram. So first place all your lights and fans. Okay, lights and fans. Now coming to, you might have a question, sir, when it comes to lights and fans, how you are going to place exactly. See, whatever the diagram which we are giving now, this is called IFC, issued for construction drawing. There are two diagrams will be there, IFC drawings and as-built drawings. IFC means issued for construction, means we are giving an issue for construction to the site engineer. Will be start doing the execution. and here the location of the equipment is not freezed, okay, because there might be some HVAC or plumbing service are going on, there might be need to relocate, there might be need to be relocated. So at that time, where is relocating? Now suppose, tell me one thing, if this light point is changed from this point to this point, if I change this light point from this point to this point, will your cable size or will your current increases?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, the current is same, the cable size is same, right? But the length of the cable may be vary. Length of the cable may be vary from the switchboard to the point, right? So that is the reason this is called IFC, issued for construction drawing. So when you are issuing for construction drawing, when you have a MEP or what is a DB, a project PDR, project design report, at that time, if any clashes are coming between the services or during the execution also, if any clashes is happening, then the site engineer will give an input to the design engineer. Now we need to take that input and we need to again redo the location of that equipments, and that diagram is called as-built drawings. As-built drawing means how it is built, how it is placed, how it is constructed. The same has to be represented here. Okay, like suppose from this wall in the site में यहाँ से अपन को उसने क्या किया, एक 6 feet, okay, some 6 feet distance he had placed a light, so what you will do, then the same you need to mention and you need to measure and you need to mention, put your lights in this. That is called as-built drawings. That are called as-built drawing.
After
But initially
execute
we
the
don't
work.
know. Yeah, after executed, during the execution of work or after the completion of that work.
Yes.
That are called as-built drawings. So first we are issuing IFC, then after that we'll be getting the inputs from the site engineer, then we'll work on that, then that is called as-built drawings. Okay, but when it comes to a minimum phenomena, that I suppose example, you got two lights. Suppose we don't have this light. Okay, we don't have this light. We have two lights. Okay, there are few consideration parameter where if you are placing a light, never place two light exactly opposite. Okay, never place two lights exactly opposite manner. Okay, दो light कभी भी opposite manner में नहीं लगाना है. If you got two lights, try to place in a only two lights means try to place in adjacent on a one side by side wall. Because when you put in opposite, then what happens? Both will यहाँ पर जो भी है, it will get collide with each other. Okay, and coming to the fans, if you got one fans, what do you do? If you got one fans, you'll draw a diagonal line. You'll draw a diagonal line as in center of the line. You'll draw a diagonal line for the room. Okay,
In
drawing
center.
a diagonal line, and you'll take the center of the point and you'll placing your light at the center, right? Then first thing. Second thing, after that, if you got number of fans, I already told you the distance between fan to fan and wall to fan distance. Wall to fan, the minimum distance is 1 meter, the maximum is 1.75. Distance between fan to fan should be how much? 3.5 meter due to the dead zone, excluding the dead zone, 3.5 meter. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So likewise, all your lights, fans, exhaust fans will be placed and placing the switchboard. Okay, placing the switchboard and giving the face representation. And DB तो entrance में रहेगा, हर फ्लैट का DB हर फ्लैट के entrance में ही रहेगा. ये हो गया first. Now when it comes to second part, that is your sockets. Okay. Now coming to the sockets. Okay. Now when it comes to the socket, second diagram is all your power sockets. Now power wiring, so power appliances where you are taking. So all your normal sockets and power sockets has to be shown. So I just differentiated a normal socket and power socket representation like this. You see, so this is the normal power socket representation. I just differentiated, and normal socket I differentiated like this.
Okay.
Okay. Or I told you, like example, I told you what is the symbol for the normal socket and power socket. I'd given in the symbols. Just draw a line this is,
Yeah.
and we'll put an arc. Okay, we'll put an arc. Okay, then if it's a normal socket, we'll put like this. Okay, and if it's a power socket again, what we'll do? Double. Yeah, we'll put this like this. And we'll have two strings here. We'll have two things. Okay, so this is a power socket, and universal will have two diagonal lines. So the symbol, whatever the symbol I've given, you can use that, or you can use this one also. But whatever you're mentioning, as I told you, company to company, the symbolic representation will be changes. But whatever you're mentioning, you'll be representing in the legend. Okay. So now what I done, all the normal sockets and power sockets I placed as per my, like in the toilet, one normal, one power. Okay. So all the normal sockets and power sockets I placed. Now, as per the load balancing sheet, you know which phase is coming to the socket, so you'll write the phase representation beside that. You'll write the phase representation beside that. Which phase is coming. Now for this control wiring रहेगा क्या कुछ? For this, do we have any control wiring?
No, circuit wiring, right?
Yeah, only the
No.
circuit wiring, because from the DB to the switchboard. Because control wiring we don't have, because you're putting your equipments in that socket. There is no control wiring, right? You're putting your appliances
sir.
in that socket itself, so that is the reason there is no control wiring for this. But for lighting, we have a control wiring, because circuit wiring is from the DB to the switchboard, from the switchboard to the points. But when it comes to the socket, no, we don't have control wiring, because your appliances are going to plug inside your socket at that location. So likewise, I had given the phase representation for all the equipments as per your
Both
load
both
balancing
for
sheet.
the power socket and nominal socket, we provide 2.5 mm only, sir.
No, sir. Lighting, normal socket was considered as a lighting load where it is 2.5 square mm. Power socket was considered as a power load where the circuit breaker size is 16 amps and the cable size is 4 square mm. Na?
Yes, sir.
As per the load balancing yesterday we had done. Na?
Sorry, I missed it, sir, yesterday. So I'll take. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you just take it up, because in the last class we had done the load balancing sheet. For lighting it is 6 amps and 2.5 square mm. For raw power it is 4 square mm cable size and 16 amp circuit breaker.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so likewise all the normal sockets, power sockets has been placed and showing which phase is coming to that. We are just showing the phase representation. Okay, now coming to the third one. Third diagram represents the AC. Okay, wherever you got an AC, okay, in whichever the rooms we got the AC, so we need to go with the AC. So I had got with the AC. So now coming to the AC, which phase is coming again as per your load balancing sheet. Now as I told you, if it is 1 ton AC, what is the wattage? 1400 watts. When it comes to 1400 watts, I can't put a power socket. They will be providing a universal socket where it can withstand 1500 watts. But if it is more than 1 ton, if you got more than 1 ton, which is of 2100, na? 1.5 ton is 2100. So if it is 2100, I can't even provide a socket there. I can't even provide a socket there. Right. So what should I do there?
MCB?
Yeah. So we'll get a 2-pole MCB enclosure, na?
Yes.
I'll just show you.
Yes, sir.
In
Enclosures
the
will
market,
provide.
you'll get 2-pole MCB enclosures, right? If it is a single pole, agar aap only single pole laga rahe, to phase only control, neutral will be directed, but definitely we don't go with that. So we go with the 2-pole enclosure. 2-pole MCB lagayenge 16 amps ka. Here we'll be providing 16 amps. In the DB also we'll have 16 amps. Even beside the AC also we'll have a 16 amps. Just
सर सिंगल पोल ऑल्सो प्लेस कर सकते हैं ना हम लोग?
हाँ, प्लेस कर सकते हैं,
या
पर फिर जब क्या होता है बोले तो न्यूट्रल जॉइंट करना पड़ता है.
हाँ, न्यूट्रल
If you're
बाईपास.
putting
तो
न्यूट्रल
ये
न्यूट्रल
सही
बाईपास करके ज्वाइन करना पड़ता है.
हाँ सही प्रोसीजर है या डबल पोल ही रिकमेंड करना है?
Suggested. 2-pole is suggested. Okay, AC के, because if you're controlling a single equipment.
हाँ, ये बैठा है, जब बाइक है, आप